Some of the ways that I've sought to foster sort of solidarity between the Black and Jewish communities is simply through basic education. I think part of the ways that our educational systems have failed us are by not connecting those dots, not underlining how explicitly we have built bridges with one another, right? Some of the canonical examples that we think of in terms of Black and Jewish relationality are folks like Rabbi Heschel marching with MLK, praying with his feet. Folks like Andrew Goodman, who participated in Freedom Summer trying to support Black folks' ability to fight against voter suppression and for our access to the ballot, and unfortunately lost his life in the process because of white supremacists, right? Like, these are the stories that don't get elevated. And I think what became clear to me as I started discussing more of my experiences being a Black and Jewish woman in the online space was that part of the perception of division was a lack of understanding around our connectivity. So really part of the work is elevating those stories. But I think I would be remiss not to name, obviously, the particular political moment that we're in with everything transpiring in Gaza and Israel, and how incredibly painful I think that has been for folks who are Black, for folks who are Jewish, for folks who are Black and Jewish, and navigating these interstitials in a moment where it feels like there is this profound fissuring between our communities. And look, I certainly don't have all the answers, but I think part of my work over this last year since October 7th has been trying to underline, like, what are the ways that we're speaking over and across one another? What are the ways in which we're engaging in transactional activism? I march with you for this, and therefore you owe me solidarity in this specific way that I want it. How can we disrupt those impulses and instead invite one another into deeper clarity about how we arrive to our politics? Yeah. And even if we can't arrive to agreement around this issue, which is painful and frustrating, still recognize the importance of coalition building around other issues, because even if we can't arrive to collective consensus around what's transpiring in Gaza and Israel, we still need to fight for reproductive freedoms here at home, and there's deep alignment there, right? We need to fight against voter suppression here at home, and there's deep alignment there. We still have these histories of collaborating together via the NAACP and so on and so forth. Like, that work is still there to be done. So I think part of my labor has been, how can we hold the both end of discomfort and disagreement while still leaning into coalition?